Welcome back. Let's fly Kerbal Space Program, Project Soar. Take a look at this. This Easter egg on the menu screen. This is not an Easter egg that Squad put in here. This is an Easter egg. See that big face went by the screen? Look at all these guys. Yeah, this is put in by Blizzy. Did I get the name correct? The guy who made the Toolbar mod, which is the mod that many other mods use in order to give the nifty icons you can click on to activate to see that particular mod's features. Because Blizzy had done this before, he'd put a lot of work into this really excellent Easter egg. This is why I suspected, and still suspect really, that he may have had something to do with the return of the Moon Castle a little while ago. Maybe not. I don't know. Does anybody remember the Kerbal helmet rolling across the surface of the moon? You remember that Easter egg? I always thought that was one of the best Easter eggs ever, and I really liked it, but I haven't seen that thing or heard it mentioned by anybody in even longer time than it was since I saw the Moon Castle. I think maybe that one might be completely gone. Okay, so I was working with this, with the ProtoSOAR, in the problem that we encountered. I honestly don't know what happened. I think that maybe some part of the game or part of one of the mods got corrupted in the whole crash that I had. What I did is I actually, this is a clean install of the game, went and reinstalled all of my mods and just, transferred the whole save file over. And it appears I did just a really brief test run, and it appears to be working now. One really quick note. As I record this, I just a few minutes ago published the prior video of Project Soar. And immediately after doing that, I saw YouTube had the suggested videos file, the suggested videos running along the side, things to watch after you watch that. And I saw another one that looked like it was talking like real reality, within its labeled Project Soar. I thought to myself, what's that? Let's check on that. I click on that thing, and there's these Swiss guys, a Swiss company, that are designing a space plane. There's a real-life Project Soar, which I was totally unaware of, and they're designing a space plane. I'm just kind of blown away by that. That's incredible. I swear I didn't know about that one. I mean, I even went, I spent a while, I went through, looked at Wikipedia, and I looked through the list of all real spaceplane projects. Well, I thought it was listed. I did a little bit more searching, and I never found any reference to that. So honestly, it's just a big coincidence with that the name for this. Anyway, it was cool. Okay, here we go. The problem appears to be corrected. Notice, hang on here. Let's pull MechJeb the Delta V stats so we can take a look at this. Notice we still have our 1.3 thrust to weight ratio. Bump this thing up to about 1,500 meters per second of Delta V. We have it's full of fuel. Max thrust to weight ratio will be about 2.74, so it's not going to be thrusting too incredibly much. I believe this should work. I'm still not certain exactly what corrected the previous error, but still, what I want to demonstrate that this vehicle will be stable and controllable through launch, and I want to see it, not go out of control and be all crazy. I want it to get into supersonic flight, and I want to decouple this thing in supersonic flight, and then attempt some just basic control with the ProtoSOAR in supersonic flight, and make certain that I be able to to make pitch changes and be able to glide, especially with I want to see an equivalent airspeed of about 100 meters per second. After that, of course, then we'll slow down. I want to see the thing will be controllable in subsonic flight, and we'll come back. No landing gear, parachute recovery. We'll try to get it over Kerbal Space Center. Okay, yeah. trim is neutralized. I'm going to continue my previous, even though I have the joystick and rudder pedals all hooked up right now, I'll continue my previous policy of doing the launch with keyboard. It just seems to work better that way, and then when we transition more to just pure atmospheric winged flight, then we'll transition over to joystick control. Okay, enough talking, let's go. Hey, thrust to weight issues are fixed. Okay, and did a couple of pitch corrections there as we started to accelerate. Okay, a couple of yaw corrections, that works. Let's go ahead and pitch back a little bit. Yeah, kind of wobbly, but will it be too wobbly? This is controllable. The wobble is okay. This is, I mean, I don't expect... Guess what? It's actually controllable without that SAS. How about that? Oh, something weird happened whenever I tried to do yaw controls. Oh, it's because I had this weird idea. I was thinking that I'd need to use these for just nothing but pitch control, and so I thought, hey, why don't I make this thing so it'll control yaw and roll? That was a bad idea, wasn't it? Okay, we're going supersonic at this point. Vehicle remains stable and controllable. It's still, I mean, we've got this weird yawing motion, but that's my fault. That was just a stupid design choice, really. Okay, this is kind of concerning, but what happens if we turn that off? It starts wandering some, but is not drastically unstable. Okay, there we are. Okay, let's turn my SAS back on. Can we actually, if I pitch up as we're decelerating, I actually didn't get quite fast enough to see the things that I wanted to, and now we're starting to go in subsonic again. But that was fairly controllable. Let's turn, okay, let's go to joystick and rudder pedal control at this point. It's actually nose forward. This is a very, very low equivalent airspeed. Minor stalling, yeah, no kidding. So it's going to be wobbling around here at this point. Let's try to... Okay, let's get that nose down. I know it's not going to fly this slow. And it's going to have... Yeah, it's got these drastically outsized control surfaces. Okay, now we'll start to pick up airspeed as we descend. Tell you what, as we pick up over say 50, 60 meters per second equivalent airspeed. Okay, I'll start trying to gently pitch back, regain control. So we got over 20,000. Okay, let's pitch back more. And now the nose is coming up. That's good. Okay, and things kind of smooth out. It's wobbling. It's not being real stable in roll. But, whoops. Hang on. But we're up here in the high altitude stuff. And I'm going to cheat. Let's turn the SAS on. It's okay. I mean, this thing as... Oh, wait a second. Isn't this... I had the key assigned to changing my camera. That wasn't working so well. Let's turn the SAS off again. Yeah, getting into that kind of drastic flight regime, that angle attack and everything. I'm not too upset that it wasn't being stable there without SAS. But now coming down here to some thicker air and higher equivalent airspeed, things are being better. It's very, very sensitive in roll. I'll probably even making just these slight changes, very small movements on the stick. I'll probably be interested in going and I don't want to shrink the control surfaces right now, but I'll probably limit their travel a little bit. But even so, even while I'm flying this through re-entry, I'll probably be doing a lot of this stuff with the SAS on, especially at the high altitudes. So maybe that's not an issue. Okay. And I've got a mod right now. You see over here the blue icons letting you know that it's in precision control mode. This actually halves the control travel that I have. Yeah, I expect I'll need lots and lots and lots of control, pitch control during re-entry. Well, that's kind of irritating that that button isn't working to move the camera around. I should try. I think I lost track of the other mod that gave you a better chase view. I should look at that one again. But you get this thing up above, okay, below 10,000 and above, 120 meters per second airspeed. It's got some nice, it all turns nice. I imagine if we try to start doing too stupid things with it. Well, actually, no, that's okay. Whoops, okay. Spoke too soon. Yeah, roll back over. Roll back over. Get the nose back up. Yeah, okay, maybe that was kind of a dumb thing. It didn't like that. Yeah, it's got some roll stability issues. But that's okay. Okay, here we go. Actually, I think that maybe I think my issues with the camera, I think that particular button on my aging joystick is not working. The one to move the camera down. Okay, well, this is all working nicely, isn't it? But this is, it's demonstrating that the basic shape, that this works. There's a reason that when you look at all these different real-life spaceplane projects, there's a reason that so many of them look very, very similar to this. They, the winglets, the wings/winglets with the really pronounced dihedral on them, and the little stubby vertical stabilizer, and the flat wings to make it kind of into a lifting body, even though I need to join those in on the bottom. But it's because a whole lot of really smart people, guys a lot smarter than I am, who've studied this whole aeronautical engineering and everything, and have figured out that this will be a good shape for the planned purpose. Getting it to orbit, returning from orbit, gliding at extreme hypersonics, and slowing down to controllable subsonic flight for landing. Alright, so we just want to get over the Kerbal Space Center, and then we'll pop the chute. Nice gentle turn. Nicely controllable. You just have to be very, very gentle on the stick. Well, it's starting to wobble more as we drop below 100 meters per second airspeed. Yep, there's parachute. All right, let go. Parachute, please inflate. Thank you. FAR windows freaking out. Large scale stall. Thank you. Yes. Overall, I'm going to say, providing it doesn't just totally explode upon touchdown, which it shouldn't. Thud. Yep. Looks like a little remote control glider kind of a thing. Which it is. Okay, a couple of mistakes that I saw on my little test launcher. It didn't get to the high speed regime that I really wanted, but still a Mach 2. That's about all you need. And it was okay at the thin air. It's controllable with SAS. Down lower altitude, it has some decent flying manners without SAS. And a larger scale version should be perfectly landable. We stick some wheels on it. Let me see, things I want to do. I want to decrease the control travel on the ailerons, as is being kind of drastically. It was unstable in roll. It's being, even with this mode, cutting my control travel in half. See, if I move my stick all the way over to left or right, you see the pointer only moves halfway. even still, I was having to just barely move the stick anything at all, and it was already rolling too much. So, yeah, maybe that'll be an issue. Could even look at maybe splitting this control surface, making this part into yet another elevator and making just the very, very tip into ailerons. That would be an idea. First, we'll try just limiting the control travel. But in any case, I call that a very successful first test flight of the ProtoSOAR. And the next step is we'll want to, let me see, I will probably be, I don't want to change the ProtoSOAR itself too very much, but we're going to give it a full-size rocket booster. We want to look at ways to put this thing into space. Yeah, why did I do that? Yeah, we want these things to be pitch and roll. We want this one to be just yaw. That was kind of a dumb move. And okay, we'll change this while I'm thinking of it. Control. I forgot that I turned that all the way up to control deflection 30. Let's cut that in half. Let's go for 15. Yeah, like that. Good. And save that. Good. Yeah, that's nicely controllable. Okay. I think I'll actually stop recording a bit, take a little bit of break, and we'll come back and make a booster for this. Yeah, I'll be right back.